всем, кто думает, что я пропустил. Куда? Ничего. Просто этот мент меня сзади толкнул на видео, как будто я пропустил, короче. Валлахи, не пропустил. Вообще рядом даже не был. Валлахи. Я ему дал пощечину, как обещал, что я его заставлю за свои слова ответить. Сделал. Салам алейкум, Золобек. Всем, кто думает, что я пропустил, валлахи нет. Даже близко. Ничего нету.
I think what else is interesting, going back to the Khabib Conor stuff, is I got a bunch of texts from people you guys would know in the fight game that go, listen, there has to be consequences for your shit talking, man. Khabib's in a different game. Where he comes from, Dagestan, when you say stuff, there's consequences for it. I get that, but that's also, you don't give, I don't care where you're from. At Khabib's age and him living in the States, training in the States, you realize that it's different. You're not in Dagestan anymore. I know you have to answer to that, and you got to go back there. Same time, as a grown man, I can't give you a free pass going where he's from, though, bro, because where Jose Aldo's from, where a lot of these Brazilians come from, where Lyoto comes from. Some of these guys come from straight favelas, where you talk shit, you get killed as well. You don't see them acting amuck like this. Where Woodley's from, where Tyron Woodley's from the gang-infested environment he's from. You don't see him acting like this. So why would we give Khabib a free pass? Because they're from Dagestan, and because the people go, the conditions there, you can get shot for saying bad things. Well, where from Woodley's from, in Missouri, Ferguson, you can get shot there. We don't see him. We're not giving him a free pass. If he jump in the crowd against Darren Till, or if he jump in the crowd against Colby Compton, are we just going to go, dude, where he's from? In Ferguson? Yeah, man, you talk shit, you get dealt with. That doesn't work for me. These are grown men. You do not get a free pass from your upbringing. Because in Dagestan, it's life or death, depend what you say. A lot of people here on the streets depend what you say. Right up the street from here in Los Angeles, in Compton. There's some bad areas, man. There's some guys from those bad areas. Where Brian Ortega's from. He comes from a gang history, a gang background. Where you say to him is life and death. Do you see Brian Ortega acting ridiculous and us giving him, well, where he's from, dude, you can only talk so much shit. That doesn't work. Where Nate Diaz and Nick Diaz are from. In Stockton, California. Yeah, there's going to be consequences up there, man. Do we give them, well, bro, Stockton, the streets, hardcore, man. You talk shit, you get dealt with. Yeah, a lot of fighters come from rough places, man. Life and death places. A lot of them do. We're not giving those guys free passes for the way they act. Why do it? Because Khabib's from Dagestan. Well, the dictator there kill you, bro. Cool, man. Where Woodley's from, the gangs will kill you. You do not get a free pass because you're government or because of, dude, if Conor's going to talk that shit, you got to know, being from Dagestan, what are you talking about? Yeah. Khabib's his own man. Khabib trains in San Jose, California. Sure, where he comes from is a war-torn, horrible place, and there's consequences of the way you act, stuff like that. I can say that for most fighters. Most fighters come from the fucking ruts of this earth, and they become diamonds from the pressure to get out of those ghettos. That does not work here. That does not work. Huh. What else you got?
What do you think about their point when they're saying, like, well, Conor should expect some sort of retaliation because of what he's done? I mean, obviously it doesn't make it right because they're here in America.
Bro, you can talk shit about him, Dagestan.
Not the Dagestan part. Just like,
be careful when you talk to fucking, don't talk to Francis Ngannou like that, bro. In Congo, guys get murdered. Yeah, no shit. You see him acting amok?
No.
He's from a rough fucking place. Super rough.
It does look a lot cooler that Tyron Woodley's from that place and he's just like a gentleman. It makes it, 10 times cooler.
You don't think Woodley could chalk up and act all crazy and be like, dude, where I'm come from, what, how about the shit Colby Covington talks to him? You don't think Woodley could fire off and do something crazy and be like, dude, where I'm from, guys get shot for less? Are we all going to be like, that's true, bro? Ferguson, man, they're wild out there, bro. You got to be careful. The fuck are you talking about? I know it's a rough place, stuff like that. Conor is his own man. He's a grown man at that. He's never, ever done this before. Yeah, but Conor, man, there has to be some repercussions for talking all that shit. What else you got?
Well, he got beat.
Yeah, he got beat.
Yeah.
He got beat up. That's the repercussions.
Okay, so this goes to Khabib as well. And then you also mentioned like the double standard, right?
Yes.
So the NSAC is withholding Khabib's purse for the moment. And the weird thing about this is that they apparently looked at the tapes and they found that Conor didn't do as much wrong, so they paid him fully there, but they're holding on to Khabib's purse. And everyone's already like writing in saying like Conor threw that first punch on the guy on the cage. If they're going to hold Khabib's, they have to hold Conor's.
But what do you think Conor threw that first punch?
He definitely did.
But wasn't it a chain reaction?
No,
that was a reaction because of what
do
Khabib's
I blame
actions?
him? Do I blame him? Honestly, if I was in that situation, I'm sure you've been in a situation where you're fighting a bunch of different people, like a random thing that happens. And
it's a mob mentality.
And you see someone jump up next to you.
It's a mob mentality.
Yeah, you see someone jump next to you, and you don't know who he is. You see him with he's from the other side. You think he's going to attack you. So immediately you're going to try to punch, right? To defend yourself.
I feel it's a reaction to Khabib's initial spark that created this mob mentality. I think it was a preconceived plan to jump in there no matter what happened and kind of sucker punch Conor McGregor, which is true. We found it's true. So there's a sense of there's chaos. There's the mob mentality. Conor McGregor, I'm not giving him a free pass here, but when there's all this chaos going around and you see that gentleman jump in the cage and they're attacking your teammate Dylan Dennis, you're gonna react to that.
Yeah. It was just a mess. You can't tell what's going on. You think they're going to attack you.
But I will say this, that doesn't mean you withhold Khabib's and not Conor.
That's what I'm saying.
It's very strange.
Especially they said they looked at the tapes. They looked at different angles and they felt that Conor was, kind of more innocent.
I'd like to see again, even though he socked that guy first, it was based off the initial spark of Khabib. So maybe they're
obviously
they're saying none of this would have happened if Khabib didn't do
100%.
So we're holding his and not Conor's.
It was definitely
a double.
Did it.
Let's be very clear. As much of the Conor McGregor fan I am, there's a very clear double standard here. Very, very clear.
Yeah.
So this is Dana White talking?
Yep.
So I just spoke to Bob Bennett of the Nevada State Athletic Commission. He told me they looked at some stuff already. They have made the decision that they're not going to withhold Conor McGregor's check. McGregor has been paid. So real quick, they got paid from the commission, which is $3 million, $2 million. So they're withholding Khabib's $2 million check. Don't feel too bad for him if they take out of that, because they have nothing to do with the pay-per-views that the UFC pays Conor and Khabib. That's where the big payday is coming through. The $3 million and $2 million is chump change compared to what they're about to get, depending off the pay-per-view numbers. Have we seen any rumors what is coming in at? It's too early, yeah?
It's too early, way too early.
All right. Well, that's okay. They told me I just didn't want you guys to leave here tonight thinking they were holding both checks when it's not true. He went in, he interviewed Conor, and they looked at some tapes, made a decision to give Conor his check. Yeah, double standard. But again, if they could say we wouldn't be in the situation if Khabib didn't do that. So because he was the initial kind of one who kicked this off,
initiated it. Yeah.
Yes, he initiated this first. But then you could say, well, Conor initiated this because he did it before the fight, but that's not the world we live in.
Nope.
Before and after is very, very different. One's selling the fight, the other is ruining the fight. Although this is pre-fight before the rematch, so it's a nightmare. What else you got?